One of the toughest things about auditioning is not the preparation, it's not the performance, it's the silence that comes afterwards. If you're really lucky, you'll get a "don't call us, we'll call you." More often than not, it's silence. It's nothing. And then at some indeterminate time later on, you get an email or a call saying, "Can you come to another workshop? Can you come to another audition? Can you do this? Can you do that? Would like to see you again." And if you're incredibly lucky, at the very end of the process, you get an email saying, "You're in." But in those early days of nothing, in the early days of this complete void of information, that was brutal. And my reflection on that as a parent was, how brutal is it for an 11-year-old? How is my son coping with that? And of course, as a parent, you want to protect your child. You want to make everything okay for them. And that was a battle I had to take on board. But then I thought about it. And actually, every day, that's how business works. That's how life is. If I'm a shopkeeper and I run a shop, customers don't come to me one day and say, "Ooh, I'm going to give you some feedback and I decided not to come anymore." They just stop coming. If they don't like the way I've arranged the shelves or the way I've moved some of the produce around the store or my pricing or my range of goods, they just stop coming. The only feedback I get is no more customers. It's like a restaurant. In fact, there's a restaurant near me that used to be my favorite place to get an Indian takeaway. It closed. It just wasn't that good anymore. And we stopped going. I didn't call them and give them feedback. I didn't get all my friends who also stopped going to go along and have a meeting with them. We just stopped going. Now, we could have been better customers, I guess, and give them that feedback. Why would I do that? I have so many other choices to pick from. It was too simple just to not go anymore. Coaching, service businesses, product businesses. If your product doesn't reach your customer, if it doesn't hit their buttons, their feedback is going to be very, very simple. They stop coming anymore. So, whilst I'm not sure it made it any easier for my son, it certainly made it a lot easier for me to think about it in terms of life is exactly like this. And what do we learn from that? Well, the simplest thing is show up anyway. Do your best anyway. Make your product, love it, sell it anyway. This is going nowhere anyway.